Welcome to Essential Style. Today we're going to go over a couple of things that you need in your wardrobe to keep you warm, dry, but also looking stylish and feeling confident. Let's get right into it. All right, just a quick note before we get started. I will have links to some of these items below. Also, just wanted to say thank you for everyone that's been subscribing, commenting, liking these videos. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing. It's totally free. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to invest in is a good quality pair of boots. My pick for this year is the Thursday Captain in the Whiskey Storm King color. I really love these boots. These are my absolute favorite boots. I've been wearing them non-stop basically since I got them. Now, what you want in a pair of boots, you want a pair of boots that you can dress up and down, similar to these, but you also want a pair of boots that you can wear in the rain, snow, salt, and slush, and they're not going to, A, get destroyed because they're cheap and they just fall apart, but B, you want something that is also going to keep you warm and dry, and this is where the Thursday boots excel. They are not marketed as waterproof, but I filmed a vlog the other day in New York City, and I purposely walked through snow, I walked through puddles, I walked through rain. I pretty much was not kind to these boots, and these boots still came out absolutely awesome. I do have some stains right there, but I was able to remove a lot of the salt stains. This model with the Storm King outsole, this is great for walking through snow. You still got to be careful on ice. My feet were dry, my feet were warm, and also they're super comfortable as well. So this is my pick, and when I say you need a good quality pair of boots, you need a pair of boots that's not going to cause you any discomfort or destroy your feet. Now there's another great option, the Echo Track 25 Gore-Tex boot. There is technology in here. The Gore-Tex technology is actually going to keep you warm and dry, and these boots are also super comfortable. So if you're looking for something that you just don't care, like for me, I don't care if these get destroyed. I don't care if they get stained. They're pretty much just utilitarian. This is a great option as well. These are a bit more pricey than the Thursday boots. All right, now the next item on the list is going to be stylish and warm winter jackets. I have two winter jackets. This is the Shot NYC Peacoat. This is the model 740N. I've had this Peacoat for quite a while, a couple of years now. It's super warm. Overall, it's not that expensive. I love the color. I love the length. This is the best Peacoat that I could find, and for the money, I don't think you're going to do any better than this. What sets the Shot apart from those department store Peacoats is it's mostly wool. I think it's 80% wool. Some of my commenters were saying that it's actually not 100% wool. I thought it was 100% wool, but it is actually mostly wool. It is super warm. It's super durable. I've had this thing, I've worn backpacks over it constantly. You could see the wool still in great shape. Now for a few years, this was my only winter jacket. You could pretty much do anything in this jacket, so I'd highly recommend something like a Peacoat, or you can go with something like a nice classic parka jacket like this one from J. Crew. This is J. Crew's Nordic parka. I've had this one for a couple of years. This is going to be a bit more of a utilitarian type jacket. It has a hood, so if you forgot your hat or maybe it's raining, you could just throw that hood on, no problem. You're going to be able to zipper this one all the way up. Again, it's going to be a bit better in the rain because it is water resistant. This one I did have to add a layer of wax just because the water started to seep through. I wore it in a downpour for about 30 minutes and water started to seep through. But a parka jacket like this is going to be absolutely great. You can remove the collar, you can dress it up and dress it down. And while I love my Peacoat, if I had to choose between the Peacoat and the parka jacket, I would choose this one all the time. And in my opinion, no one's going to look at you wrong if you're wearing something like this over a suit if it's a super cold day. So link for this one in the description. They currently have black this year. Black I think is absolutely sick. If I could do it all over again, I would get it in black. But this jacket is absolutely great. So I would definitely recommend the J. Crew Nordic Parka. All right, now the next thing you're going to want to invest in for the winter is going to be a good hat, a good scarf, and a good pair of gloves. Let's start with the scarf first. I have this scarf. I've had it for a while. This scarf is from Uniqlo. I think their scarves run for about $25. And I gotta tell you, this is the warmest scarf that I've ever had. It's their heat tech type technology, really super warm. So I definitely recommend if you're looking for a scarf and you don't want to spend a lot of money, definitely look into the Uniqlo scarves. They have them in a lot of different colors and patterns, and they have some solid patterns. They change them up every couple of years. I also wanted to mention something as well. I am 6 feet tall, and this scarf is actually just as tall as me. I know some of you have said before that you have a problem finding scarves that are actually warm. I would say Uniqlo has got you covered because then you could also do the wrap around like that and you can start to cover your face as well. So definitely check out Uniqlo. They make awesome stuff, super warm. Next thing we're going to talk about is hats. Now I am someone that I cannot survive without a hat in the wintertime. So I have a couple of these hats, but this one in navy blue is my absolute favorite. Again, this is from Uniqlo, the warmest hat I've ever had. I think this one's like $12. Uniqlo stuff is just really fairly priced and it's super warm. I won't wear anything else as far as hats and scarves from Uniqlo. So definitely look, they have a couple of different patterns, different colors. I would say just stick to your blacks, your browns, your navies, your grays, and maybe your olives. It's just gonna be a little bit easier to match. Now, even though I prefer to not wear a hat, I just can't survive the winter without a hat. My ears and my head get super cold, and I always feel a lot more comfortable with hats, specifically this Uniqlo hat. All right, you're also gonna wanna invest in a good pair of gloves. Now, I've had leather gloves. I think leather gloves are great, but I always end up losing them. Leather gloves also, sometimes they're not quite as warm. So there's a whole bunch of different options out there, but I would say definitely look into the Uniqlo gloves, look into some LL Bean fleece gloves. You could even go super cheap gloves off of Amazon. I got these gloves a couple of years ago as a Christmas gift. They're actually super warm. I think they're made of wool. But the main thing that keeps gloves warm and not warm is if your fingers can transfer heat from one another. This is the reason why mittens are so warm, because they cover everything and it's super warm. So don't go crazy with leather gloves. I think leather gloves are just very expensive for what they are. I would go with something like an LL Bean glove. They make some Primaloft options. You'd even get isotoners off Amazon. These are going to be a lot cheaper. And if you get them in basic black, they're not going to look that different from leather gloves. Unless you have the budget for leather gloves or you can find ones that you like. I typically can only find leather gloves in black or light brown. I usually like them in dark brown, but dark brown doesn't seem to exist. So I just pretty much, I don't really go crazy with gloves. Whatever keeps my hands warm. So just make sure you get a pair of gloves that you enjoy wearing, that keeps you warm, and also matches with your wardrobe. And the next item on this list is going to be a mid-late wear jacket or sweater like this LL Bean Primaloft pack-away jacket. Now you don't have to go LL Bean, you don't have to go navy blue with the orange. You could go with the all black color. This is the one that I've had for a long time. This is probably the safest option. But why do you need this if you already have that parka jacket and that pea coat? You really have a super heavy jacket. Well, a lot of times in winter, it ends up being a much more mild day, and something like a quilted jacket, a medium weight jacket like this one from Twillery, is going to be a lot more appropriate than a parka jacket or a pea coat. But now what happens later on in the day when the sun goes down and it gets super cold? You want something that you can easily layer underneath that medium weight jacket and make it just about as warm as the heavyweight jackets. And this is where that medium weight layer comes in. It's also super easy to wear underneath a sport coat, underneath the pea coat. And I even wear this one around the house a lot of times just because it's so easy to just throw it on, take it off, and it's actually really warm for what it is. And if you're traveling with a backpack or if you have a shoulder bag, you could actually just pack this one away, and it's just super lightweight. It packs up into, you could pack it up into almost nothing like that. So this is definitely something that you should invest in. So there you have it. There are a couple of things that you should invest your money in for your winter wardrobe. These are things that are going to keep you warm, dry, and also looking stylish as ever. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun, and I hope you learned something. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.